Candice LeRae, and Christelle Pickett. So, yeah, Mission Songs Project. It's an initiative to research and revive the old songs from the Aboriginal missions, settlements and reserves. So, as we've briefly discussed, during this the first part of the 20th century and maybe the end of the 19th century, there were certain policies and legislation that governed our people's lives. And I'm being very diplomatic when I say that. During this time, there's never any record of what was being sung. Our people were restricted from practicing culture or talking language. It was considered pagan, and it wasn't very civilized. So I wanted to know what they were singing instead. Generally, it was the missionaries that introduced the Western instruments, and they were engaging with Western music on the radio or popular tunes or social events. And our people adapted to this change, and I wanted to know what they were singing instead. And we know the hymns that they were singing at church, but I wanted to know what they were singing on the 6 other days of the week. And there's this whole sort of era of music. Australia's a big place, and Aboriginal people are very, very diverse. And during this time, there were so many different things happening. And about 5 years ago, I headed out and started looking for these songs, and I travelled around Australia. I met with a lot of old people and shared my family story. My family come from a place called Palm Island in North Queensland. Palm Island was set up in 1918 as an Aboriginal settlement. It was a place of relocation where you were sent there generally for the crime of being a half-caste. Half-caste, otherwise known as a half-breed, otherwise known as Métis, and maybe there might be some other terminology. But somebody who was of mixed heritage, somebody who may have one parent who was dark-skinned and one parent who was white-skinned, and the child is a mix. In Australia, they used to call that half-caste. Now, half-caste is a derogatory term, because during those times, science believed that race biology, that white being the superior and anything under was less. So if you were half, they categorised you. So there was half-caste, quarter-caste, and octoroons, and all of these racial division. Of course, we're all part of the human race. But during this time, our people lived and experienced their own lives. And this first song that I'd like to do for you is a song called Outcast, Half-Caste. And it's the perspective of somebody who doesn't feel welcome in either camps. I want to explain, actually, because I'm sure somebody will ask. This song is in country and western. And the reason why, it's written maybe in the 50s, and the reason why it's in country and western is because our people, a lot of Aboriginal people, have been playing the guitar a lot longer than the didgeridoo. Anyway, we won't go into that right now, but it's true. The guitar is a big deal, and so therefore country music is a big deal. So this is country and western, and this is Outcast, Half-Caste. I met a lad the other day, his name I do not know. When I asked him where he came from, he answered soft and low. I'm just an outcast and half-caste in this town. There's a tribe that doesn't want me, and a white man turns me down. They say I'm just an in-between, I'm neither white nor brown. I'm just an outcast
or chant like all the rest, or enter into adulthood with the markings on my chest. I can never go to parties or stand and make a shout. The brown man doesn't want me, and the white man turns me out. I'm just an outcast, an outcast in this town. There's a tribe that doesn't want me, and the white man turns me down. They say I'm just an in-between, I'm neither white nor brown. I'm just an outcast, and an outcast in this town. Well, my eye then filled with bitter tears as I heard his tale of woe. My mind then wandered through the years to the days of long ago. Before this town accepted me, I was so sad and blue, for